Hey to kitty.
What do you think of the koala? Huh? I'm gonna put this koala head on you. Look at this guy. Look at him, TUCat. Look at how upset TUCat is about this. Willie, he's a nice, friendly kitty. Look. There, you can kind of see him. See him moving? See him moving? He's running away. He's getting upset. Where's your Christmas spirit, TUCat? Look how puffed his tail is. You're not impressing anybody with that. All right, well, welcome to TUVlog 38. And it's icing outside. And not the good kind of icing. Now I want cake. I can hear little ice pellets hitting the window. Let's go see what it's doing out there. It's probably gonna rile up TUCat. Ooh, you can really hear it out here. That is the sound of ice balls. Is it falling as ice? Ow, yeah. According to my Apple Watch, it's 37 with showers, but I don't think I would call what's happening right now showers. Christmas wreath. I think people are outside screaming. That's weird. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. Anyway, editing the TUVlog 37, and it's taking a while. And then I got an email, and it said a train derailed on the train tracks that goes across one of the main roads. So I guess I'm not going north if I wanted to tonight, which I had no plans to do, but that's never good. So anyway, the vlog, in the middle of editing, it's gonna be longer than I thought. It really is. I didn't anticipate, where am I at? I'm already at like 51 minutes, and I'm only that far down. So in the last vlog, I was talking about like it being weird that the clips got inserted. So when I edit, this is pretty much how I do it. I pick an area, I do an in, I do an out, and then that gets inserted into the timeline. So for the entire clip to get inserted is strange. Like somehow I would have had to click to insert from there to there, even though I only wanted that much. So it's bizarre. I don't know what it did last time. Still kind of a mystery to me. Now I hear people talking outside. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. There's weird stuff happening today. It's the day before Christmas Eve. Anything can happen. I don't know what that means. I'm just in a weird mood tonight. But anywho, the Christmas spirit is in me, I guess. I'm excited. I don't know why you get excited. As an adult, it's not very exciting. I think I said in the last vlog, I haven't got that far in the clips yet, but I didn't ask for the most exciting stuff this year. And I've kind of just been busy. Like, literally the day after Christmas, I'm jumping right back into more work and more meetings. And I just felt something wet hit me on the head. I really hope that was just a piece of ice falling from my hair. It wasn't water dripping in from outside. Surely it wasn't. I don't see anything on the ceiling. That kind of startled me, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's like, boom, right back at it again. So the end of the year is like kind of busy. Like, I don't know what's up with that, but anywho, I need to stand up and walk around for a bit. One of the good things about the Apple Watch is it does make you kind of aware of the fact you're being a lazy ass. And it says, get up, stand up for a little while. And that's actually pretty helpful. So, and I don't know if it just does this periodically or if it detects your heart rate getting too high while you're not having any activity, but then it tells you to stop and breathe. So it's almost like it knows you're getting upset about something. So it's a good thing I didn't have it on when I was playing Ori and the Blind Forest, because that really pissed me off. But I did beat it, finally, so yay to that. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break from the editing, get back to this. I want to get this done tonight so I can get it rendered out and then get it uploading, because you know how I like to do the overnight uploads. It's just easier that way. And then I can have this thing ready to go tomorrow morning for Christmas Eve release of the TUVlog. So anyway, I'm going to go, I have leftover Panda Express. Hell yeah, I think we're having that for dinner again tomorrow. Lots of Chinese food lately. Well, that was strange. I was on the phone with my grandma. She sent me a Christmas card today, which was very nice. And I was calling to say thank you, and then got disconnected. And at the same time that happened, there was a really loud bang and a huge flash of light out my window, and then the lights went off. And then they came back on, loud bang, huge flash of light to the north, lights went off again, came back on, and then boom, huge explosion sound, very bright light, lights out for good, and then they were out for like 15 minutes. And it even caused my cell phone to wig out. Like, I don't know what that was all about. I don't know what that was. Now, there was a train that derailed earlier today, like an hour and a half ago, So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it, because to the north are the train tracks and the location where that train derailed. So yeah, that was weird. Now I'm on the Facebook page for a neighborhood group and everybody's saying they saw the same thing. So someone said likely a bad accident north of here, saw a flash of light after the boom. Really, really strange. The drama, the Christmas, something weird always happens the day before Christmas Eve. Last year we had the tornado. This year we've got some kind of explosion happening in the distance. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It's always an adventure. This is why it's wise to invest in a nice backup power supply that keeps a nice, steady current for when weird things blow up somewhere outside of your house and cause power surges. So another interesting little development from the power outage. The LIFX bulbs lost their minds when the whole house power went out. And what's interesting is the things that did not lose power included the router, the switch, and all of the networking equipment, including the computers and everything in here too. But all of it's hooked up to the backup. So nothing went offline, except for the bulbs themselves. And when they turned back on, guess which ones worked? Yes, that's right. The 3-color 1000 bulbs came back online and connected to the app just fine. The 2 that did not, the LIFX Z strip and the LIFX Plus bulbs. The 2 newest and latest and greatest from LIFX. The LIFX Plus, I was able to get back up and running by just doing a restart of the bulb. The LIFX Z, I had to hard restart the strip twice and attempt to pair it 6 times before it finally worked. What a disaster. I have to say, I highly recommend if you're interested in anything from LIFX, only buy the old stuff. Don't buy any of the new stuff until they can get some kind of firmware update pushed out or something to make these things more reliable. That is just ridiculous. The amount, I literally spent 20 minutes getting that LIFX Z strip back online and working with the app. It paired twice, but then it dropped offline after 30 seconds and wouldn't come back online. So, yeah, not recommended, I have to say. The color 1000 bulbs, they're fine. The box is actually sitting right next to me. The old bulbs, the old technology, works the best. So far, all of their new products haven't been impressed. TUVlog is exporting, and let's see here what's going on with that. Where are we at here? 75%. So I actually did go ahead and get compressor. I finally just got it because I could do a custom export. If I hadn't changed the settings for this vlog with it being 2.5 hours long, the one I'm exporting now, it would have been 23 gigabytes. And I'm just not uploading 23 gigabytes to YouTube. So I got it down to about 13 gigabytes by changing the custom settings and making the bitrate what YouTube recommends, which is 12 megabytes per second. So that helped, but yeah, it was expensive. But I have to say, it's exporting fine. It's exporting just as fast. But I created the preset and then moved that preset into Final Cut and then did the export for Final Cut. I actually am not doing anything in compressor. I'm just using compressor as the gateway to customize Final Cut. So I know a lot of people are saying that compressor is really slow. It might be, but when you move it into Final Cut, it seems to be just as fast. I mean, it's exporting, it's been less than an hour, and I'm 78% done with a 2-hour and 20-minute video. So it's still way faster than Premiere Pro would be exporting this. And it's the quick sync. It's Intel quick sync. It's period. I did play around. I didn't even mention this in the last vlog. A little bit with the Hackintosh build. I'll show that later in the vlog, but I put a Hackintosh together just for fun to try it out. And it works fine. I have a 750 Ti in the system that it's running, and I have the NVIDIA drivers installed, so it's the same graphics memory as the chip that's in the MacBook Pro, but it doesn't support QuickSync. So running a test export of the LIFX video took 30-ish minutes on the Hackintosh, which has a far faster processor and more memory, or the same amount of memory, but a faster processor. It took about 30 minutes, and it took about, I think, 4.5 minutes on the MacBook Pro. So, yeah, that makes a big difference. That's kind of the selling point, I think. But, anywho, I think that's why the Mac Pro scores so poorly on a lot of the tests when it comes to Final Cut on export, because it doesn't have that quick sync working for it as well as the newer chips do, because it's got the Xeons in it. So it doesn't have quick sync, I don't believe. I don't think the Xeons, they don't have an integrated GPU, so they can't do it. So anyway, that was a fun little experiment. System runs well though. It's very, very pleasing to use. So it's just not nearly as powerful in Final Cut. I'm rambling at this point, but it is amazing how much that technology does make a difference. I sent out a tweet basically saying, for those who don't like long TU vlogs, you're not going to like tomorrow's video, because I'm posting the video tomorrow, and it's long. It's very long. So, yeah. Whoops, that went longer than I thought. All right, so to make this one not super long, I'm going to cut this clip short. I just had to vent about the stupid LIFX bulbs. Why can't your new product be as good as your old one? Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. I do have a Santa hat, but I did not put it on because I got my dew looking good right now, and I don't want to mess that up. I got my little, like, my conditioner that they gave me, my after shower in-air, whatever, in-air. What am I talking about? I don't know anything about hair, but anyway, I like this stuff. It makes my hair soft, and I have less dandruff because I get dry skin. I need to get one of those whole house humidifiers. I'm getting one for my bedroom so I don't get so dry, but I need to do a whole house one, and I can do it. I have access to my water line right next to my furnace, so I could install one. I just need to get my dad over here to help me, because installing the Ecobee was one thing, which was actually fairly involved. The original Ecobee, not the Ecobee 3. That one's a simpler setup. The original one was slightly terrifying, the amount of rewiring you had to do for that. But that's pretty much the limitation of what, when it comes to tapping into water lines and stuff, I don't want to have anything to do with that. That's I'm out. But yeah, so that's the long reason why I'm not wearing a Santa hat. And if you don't celebrate the Christmas holiday, then happy holiday to whatever holiday you're celebrating. And if you don't celebrate anything, then happy near end of December and happy impending New Year. So unless you celebrate the Chinese New Year, and then there's really just nothing happening right now. I'm sorry. That being said, let's go check on TUCat. He was very hysterical this morning when I woke up because he had not been fed yet. And I gave him a lot of food last night before I went to bed, and it was all gone, every single last drop. And that's when I know that he goes into panic mode, when he eats every single piece of food. So he should be sound asleep at this point. I have a feeling he has completely done himself in. Let's see, TU kitty? Well, you're kind of awake. You're kind of alert, but you're in your sleepy spot, so I'll leave you be. No, you don't have to get up. You don't have to get up. You're just gonna go right back. So anyways, you can see from how dark it is in here, it's a very rainy day. Make sure TUCat doesn't get out. Here's the Christmas view. It's not very Christmassy, is it? Most of the snow has melted, and it's just wet, and it's actually fairly warm. Like, I'm comfortable standing out here right now. So other than the wreath behind me, it really doesn't really look a whole lot like Christmas right now. But you know what? It's better than -5 degrees or whatever it was the other days. So it's damp, it's wet, it's been raining on and off. I need to install the Nest outdoor camera, but I have to kind of decide how I'm going to do that. So here's the game plan. I have this outlet, which a bird has crapped all over, which, what bird is out here crapping on my stuff? Anyway, that is running to the Christmas light setup at the moment, but that will eventually be running to the Nest cam, and it's going to have a big bundle of wire that I'm going to have to deal with. So I think I'm going to run up, because this is actual wood, so I can deal with that. So I can run it to that, run it up here, and I'm thinking maybe bundle the wires up here. I just want to put them somewhere where they're not going to be totally obvious, and then run it over here and maybe put the camera right there. I need to clean that thing off, and then just kind of have it facing, you know, down this way so I can see what's going on. But yeah, I gotta figure that out. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. There's just so much wire. There's so much more than I need to make this run. But I'll figure it out. But I want to do it when it's not damp and wet and gross, even though this is undercover. It's just, I would prefer doing it on a drier day. Mr. Gnome is still out here holding up well. He's got something on him though. I'm not really sure what that is, but yeah, He's holding down the fort when I'm not here. I still need to put this rug down if the Sony decides to ever focus. See, there we go, the throw rug, but I know as soon as I do, he is gonna throw up on it. And yeah, it'll make a big difference in the echo in here, I think. I mean, it's still gonna be pretty bad. This is the most depressing room in the house. There's nothing happening in here. It's just bare, literally bare concrete and white walls and computer case storage. And then this is the most colorful thing. I did notice NZXT claimed that they were sending over replacements for the Air RGB 120s. They never did, so I'm just assuming the ones that I have are okay, or they are going to fail at any moment, because apparently that was the potential issue with the other ones. But you know what? They were review samples. I didn't pay for them, so if they go out, they go out. What are you gonna do? But you know what I noticed? I think, is it still down here? Zelda Skyward Sword. I have the remake of that too, but is that on Wii? Or is that Wii U? Yeah, that's just on Wii, so that's probably never even gonna get played. But I do have Zelda Twilight Princess Remastered right here. Oh no! And this is the thing I need to play. I really need to get into that. I've got so many games I haven't played. What else is in here that... TUCat, how did you get cat hair? Well, come back. How'd you get cat hair on this stuff already? But yeah, I never did play. Let's see, what all is in here that never got played? Grand Theft Auto 5, never really got into that. Final Fantasy 13 I played on PC. Tales of Exilia, that's still sealed, haven't played that. Journey was fantastic, did play that. Gran Turismo 5, still sealed, never played it. The Last of Us for PS3, still sealed. So, yeah, maybe I'll give that one away to somebody. If you really have the desire to play The Last of Us and you have a PS3 and you're located in the US and you send me a message, maybe we can work something out, maybe. Shoot me a message on Facebook. What else here? Did I play Rayman Origins? I don't think I did. Ni no Kuni. I really wanted to get into Ni no Kuni. Willie, can you really stop right now? I wanted to get into this. I wanted to like it. I really tried. Everybody said it was such a good game, and I don't know, it didn't capture me. Which was strange, because it falls into the genre that really, really should have. But anyway, TUCat's getting really worked up with me being down there. So, yeah, I'm kind of bummed out. I didn't enjoy it, and I don't know why. There's just something about it that didn't capture me, and I gave it a few hours of gameplay, and I just never got there. Christmas Day tomorrow. Thank you, computer. So I have uploaded TUVlog 37. It is live, so hopefully there's not some massive extra chunks of video in there. I looked through, I don't think there is this time. It's just a long vlog. There was a lot that ended up getting covered in that one that I didn't anticipate, so yeah, we'll see. I don't expect the numbers to be super high today because it is Christmas Eve and people are doing things. However, if you have a car journey or trip or you're on a flight, maybe it'll give you something to occupy your time while you're on the road. You can just kind of have it playing in the background. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is Christmas Eve. And then at 6 o'clock today, I'm heading over to my parents' house. So there won't be much of the actual Christmas holiday probably captured on the vlog because I'm going to be at my family's house. There's going to be family there, and they're not big on being on camera. So I'm going to respect that and not do it. But that being said, I am going to go get some breakfast to get my tummy full before the massive feast is underway tonight. So yeah, I will venture out somewhere and get something to eat to hold me over. Maybe not, you know what, I think I'm just going to have an Eggo waffle. I think I'm going to do that. Maybe that and an egg. Sounds pretty exciting. So that's it. That is all. That is the beginning of the Christmas weekend. And then next week, resume the craziness. But I do need to do the Nest Cam video and the creative video. So I've got things to do next. And next week is going to be busy. And then it's New Year's, and then holy crap, it's 2017 already. All right, let's see what's going on YouTube comments. Anything exciting, anything rude, anything weird? Always good to check. Let's see here. It says I have 3. Finally got a mention on the vlog right at the end. Wooly? Wooly? I thought I mentioned you before. I really did. Sorry. Well, now you got mentioned again. So I just read your comment. As a matter of fact, I'll show your comment. I am so dedicated to the fact that you felt left out. But there you go. You are in the vlog, my friend. So there you go. Hey, look at that. 16 likes, no dislikes. That's a Christmas gift right there for the vlog to not have a dislike yet. The Christmas spirit must be in everyone. Being nice. There are comments waiting approval. What comment would be awaiting approval? Why would it put Dave's comment in the approval? It just says, Merry Christmas, hope you and your family have a good day and all the best for the new year. See, YouTube's comment system sometimes, I swear, it's so weird the stuff that it filters out. I know there's a lot of people's comments that don't make it. What? Oh man, TUCat is fully puffed. Oh, there's a cute kitty sitting outside. Look at the cute kitty. I'm getting... See, this is what happens with cats and me. Oh, calm down. He's a cute looking guy. Look at this guy. Look at him, TU Kitty. Look at how upset TU Kitty is about this. Willie, he's a nice, friendly kitty. Look. Can you guys see him? Willie, you got so much crap on the window, I can't see the cat. I don't want to scare him away. There, you can kind of see him. See him moving? See him moving? He's running away. He's getting upset. You scared him away. He was a nice, friendly visitor, and you scared him away. Where's your Christmas spirit to you, kitty? Look how puffed his tail is. You're not impressing anybody with that. There's a big piece of glass between you and the cat, and he knows it. Now you just knock it off. Now that cat doesn't have a home for Christmas, and look at you, no hospitality whatsoever. You're not being very nice. Would you just relax? Where'd he go? Did you scare him away? That cat just wants somebody to hang out with on Christmas. And look at how rude you were. That was not very nice. I'm gonna open up the window a little more. Well, he's not coming back. You scared him away. Look what you did. You're so rude. You know that, TUCat? Well, camera's dipping. You're so rude. Is he coming back? Where'd he go? Where'd he go, TU Kitty? I think you chased him away. That wasn't very nice. You know that? We had a nice friendly visitor cat, and you had to go be all mean. He's out there still somewhere for him to be behaving like this. Is he back? Where'd he go? Well, I don't know. I think you chased him away. Maybe I did with the camera. Well, now see, there was some unexpected excitement. TUCat had to go ruin it. A nice, friendly Christmas cat. That was a Christmas cat. What if that was the Christmas miracle cat? You had to go be a jerk. So I'm gonna go and actually play some more Lightning Returns. I started playing that today, and actually I found it to be fairly entertaining. And it did pick up pretty much where the storyline left off in Final Fantasy 13-2, where I beat the game. So playing any more of that game wouldn't have brought really a whole lot more of the story into the picture, so that's good. I feel like I completed the game to its completion, natural completion point, to have a grasp on the story going into the next chapter in the Final Fantasy 13 saga. And I do like the battle mechanics so far in Lightning Returns. It's far more hands-on, and I think playing this game is going to be a nice like ease into Final Fantasy 15's battle system, because it's slowly moving you more in that direction. And the game seems to be a little bit more optimized, actually, for the PC port. Look at TUCat. Look at him still sitting there, just so on edge now. He's so on edge. So I'm going to go play a little bit of that, and then hit the sack. And I'm going back over to my parents' house about noon tomorrow for Christmas dinner. Where'd your buddy go? Look what you did. See, now you don't even have anything to look at. You scared it away. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, not to get all like fanboy or anything like that, but fanboy, if that's a term. I feel like I said that weird. But anyway, I've been really impressed actually with the battery life on both the Apple Watch, the Gen 1 or whatever, at the lesser Apple Watch, the budget Apple Watch, if you will, budget Apple Watch. But anyway, I started using my watch and my phone today right around 10 o'clock. That's when I got up this morning and started getting everything done, because that's when I posted the TUVlog. So it's now almost 1. It's 12:53. So I would say, you know, it's been from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. So we've had about 15 hours of use total on both my iPhone and the Apple Watch. And the battery life on the Apple Watch is at 83%. It's gonna be really hard to show that because we've got to rely on the Sony's focus system. There you go, 83%. And the battery life on the iPhone is at 77%. And I've used both these a fairly good amount today. A lot of people have been texting me Merry Christmas, and I posted to Instagram, and I was spending quite a bit of time on Facebook, played some Super Mario Run. So it's not like I haven't been using the phone. I even was in the car quite a bit today, like 3 different times, in using the phone to stream Pandora. So TUCat's still freaking out. So yeah, to be at 77% battery life after 15 hours of use, it's pretty cool, I have to say. Wow, it's kind of dark in here. Another kind of cloudy December day here, but fairly warm. I don't know what the temperature is, 40 degrees. So time to take down some Christmas ham, some delicious side dishes. I'm told there's gonna be tons of leftovers, so I'm really looking forward to that. I need to bring my tray for leftovers as well. I always do that. And yeah, open up some presents. So that being said, I'm gonna head out. TUCat is still asleep. He has been asleep since pretty much I got home last night. He had his freak out with the cat. That used up all his energy, and then he came in here on the couch. I slept in my room, so he was on his own. Official Merry Christmas to you, kitty. Got your paw curled up there? You look comfy. I won't disturb you. I will be back this evening. Enjoy your day. Sorry to abandon you on Christmas to you, kitty. Goodbye. Goodbye. Gift haul! So one of them I'm actually wearing. It's this nice, I don't know, not hoodie, but zip-up sweatshirt with this really soft inside, nice and warm. That way I don't have to keep the heat quite as high in the house. TUCat's rubbing all over me. He smells the other cats. That being said, let's go through the rest of the gifts. First off, I got this sweet Comfort Zone humidifier. Check that out. It's got a koala bear on it. I mean, you can use it with just the regular tip, or an elephant, or the koala bear. But anyways, like I said, as dry as it's been in my room, this thing will be really handy. So I got that. And then I got snackage. 2, count them, 2 things of pistachios. Hell yeah, I love pistachios. By the way, there was a pretty big food haul there too. Got leftover cookies, more leftover cookies. This whole long tray full of leftovers. Some cheesecake tarts. That whole thing back there is ham. It's like a pound of ham, if not more. TUCat's going, I want some of that food. Then I got some slippers for when I'm wandering around the house, because my home is on a slab, which is just concrete underneath this wood floor, so there's no give. Sorry, TU kitty. Like, he really cared. But it's very hard. I feel bad for TUCat when he jumps from large heights, because he lands pretty hard as well. He's gonna sniff these shoes, because they're gonna smell like other cats. You really just walked by that? You didn't even notice? As much as you freaked out last night about a cat, you think you would smell the cats on those shoes. Another thing of pistachios, so that's always good. Dish towels, because my mom knows very good and well that there's no way I'm ever gonna buy these for myself. Although I think I did buy some not long ago, but they weren't very nice. These are much nicer. And I'm already dropping them. More towels, and then here is the gift that goes along with this. The Stir Crazy. Whoa, high reflection. Let me see if I can pull this out. This is the box I posted on Instagram today. I put this fleece heated blanket in this box, and then my parents' cat jumped in over here. I think he wanted to come home, but TUCat wasn't gonna have any of that. So yes, here it is, the original Stir Crazy. Nice, kind of old-fashioned popcorn maker. There's nothing new about this. This is actually a fairly old technology. You just pour in the popcorn and then some oil, and it stirs it around, and boom. But the nice thing is, it's got the recipe for my parents for making popcorn that is really, really good. So that's pretty much the secret recipe, and everything that I need is in there. So I've got my good Orville Redenbacher. Don't cheap out on your popcorn, it does make a difference. The flavor call, of course, the butter, this is nacho cheddar, and then you gotta have the pure coconut oil. Apparently that is important as well. And then there's another towel down there, which I'll get to when I get all that out. They have some really crazy recipes to try on here. These all seem a little ambitious. Chocolate, I mean, cheese isn't too hard, but lime, kind of weird. I think there's one for like caramel in there, but anyway. And then a heated blanket for my bed, because these things only last a few years, it seems, and then they kind of start going out. And the one I had, it went out, so I had to get another one of those. And then this is kind of a weird thing, but these hex screws, or hex tools, I need these because my doorknobs fall off. And I actually have to tighten them in a really inconvenient spot. You have to reverse tighten these screws here in order to get the handle to grab. And it's really a pain because the tool I have is too big to really get in there and do it. But these loosen over time, like this one's actually a little bit loose, you can see, and then they fall out. So that will make that easier. And what was the last thing? I think some long johns, or at least a long shirt. Yeah, long sleeve thermal crew. So I've got some nice thermal undershirt there. So that'll be good for keeping me warm as well. Because we are fast approaching that time of year in Indiana where it gets brutally cold for about a month straight. And that usually happens sometime in January or February. We have a week or two where it is just brutally cold. And we kind of got a little taste of that already, kind of early. But now it's warm. It's actually foggy, it's so warm out. Why is my playing music on here? Come on, iPhone, there we go. 42 and foggy. Nope. 45 and cloudy. Nope. 42 and foggy. Can't decide. 42 and foggy, I think, is what we're gonna go with. So, yeah. It is going to be 60 some degrees tomorrow, so it's definitely warming up, but it gets really cold. So I'm prepared. I've got my popcorn, my nuts, my popcorn maker, my heated blanket, my comfort zone koala humidifier, and my undershirt, and this thing. So I'm ready. I'm ready to weather the cold. So TUCat can snuggle up with me. Oh yeah, towels. Can't forget about the towels. So what did you do today, sir? Anything exciting? Anything that I should know about that happened? I noticed that my lights have dimmed, so that means that they've changed that color. Rain is coming, TUCat. We got some rain coming. No, you know better than that. So anyway, I gotta get organized. There's kind of a whole mess happening in here at this point. I've still got all of this stuff sitting out here I need to put away. The Creative headphones, I need to get this thing installed. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's project, the Nest security camera. The box for the iWatches, or Apple Watch. I still want to call it the iWatch, years later. And the, like I said, the box for the other stuff is still out here as well. So a lot of stuff to put away, right, TUCat? I got a lot of work ahead. Anyway, it was a very good Christmas, and the food today was phenomenal. I actually took a picture of it, and somebody sent me a tweet, and they're like, what is all of that? Well, I'll tell you, it was like a cheesy potato casserole. There was a green bean casserole. There was corn. There was noodles. There was broccoli cheddar rice. There was, I had a roll. There was stuffing. And then ham, spiral cut ham, and some horseradish to dip that in. I think that's everything. I think I covered everything that was on the table. There was cranberry, but I don't like cranberry, so I had nothing to do with that. So yeah, very good dinner, and I ate way too much, and I'm super full, and I'm kind of burping it up still, and it's that oniony flavor from the green bean casserole. So it's kind of not tasty, but probably TMI. But anyway, so I'm gonna get on the couch. I'm gonna fire up some Netflix, maybe some Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, and just chill because I need to let all my food kind of finish settling here. And yeah, that's pretty much, that was my Christmas day. Lots of food. Good gifts, good time with family. What else can you ask for? TUCat says, well, you could have been home. I could ask for that. I could ask for my owner to be with me on Christmas.
Hey, TU kitty.
What do you think of the koala? Huh? And put this koala head on you. That'd really freak you out. How about that? There's a thumbnail. I think that riled you up a little bit, didn't it? Anyway, I have got my humidifier all set up. I know, this is exciting stuff. So, better close the door. TUCat's gonna come in here. So to finish up this process, I need to put the head on. However, putting it on so it faces me is gonna shoot the moisture right up against the wall. So I gotta turn it. I think I'm actually gonna point it kind of like that. And, okay, I've got it filled with some distilled water per the directions. And I guess we just turn it. Oh, it lights up, look at that. Well, it's very quiet. Now, I'm not sure how long this thing takes to start pumping out the vapors, but boy, it's really quiet. I mean, it's obviously on. Okay, I can kind of feel something. Okay, I'm starting to see some vapors. I'm starting to see some vapors. There we go. Now you're putting it out. Now I'm told when this thing's on high, it really goes to town. It's doing some business now. Look at that. Get it, koala. Look at him go. Okay, that might be a bit much. It says it's for a medium room. I'm not really sure how high to set this thing. I don't know. But it's putting out the water vapors. That's so stupid. Anyway, it's very quiet. Although that noise is going to make me have to pee. It's a good thing I sleep with a fan. Okay, so I don't need it. I really don't think I need it on high. Probably just put it on medium. Ooh, it's so cool. Koala vapors. This kind of reminds me of being a little kid. I remember having a humidifier as a kid. That's what that smell reminds me of. So, anyway, that's kind of weird lighting. I have my koala vaporizer. Could I have gone with one that was just normal looking? Yes. Would that have been any fun? No. That's why I got the koala version. I could have put the boring top on it too, but come on. You gotta live a little, right? Nothing impresses the ladies more than coming over and seeing a koala humidifier in your bedroom. Okay, I really need to do some tidying up in here today. Things are starting to get a little bit out of control. Alright, it is Monday and it is Christmas Day observed according to my calendar, so also it's very warm. It's rainy and overcast as you can see, but it is, let's see if Ecobee and my phone are in agreement, 64 degrees outside, which is actually warmer than they thought it was going to be. Wow. It feels nice. It's really humid because of the rain, but it feels really nice out here. Does not feel like the day after Christmas at all. This would be a good day to install that, even though it's damp, it'd be a good day to install that Nest. So maybe I will attempt to do that today. All right, look at that. Got the Nest Cam installed and it looks to be working. So I'll go show you the setup. I'm actually kind of proud of how I figured out how to get this thing run. I'm so glad we got a warm day, Mr. TUCat. So it's very blustery today. You can see, got the camera up there, and it should be actually triggering an event now because it should see me. But then the cables run over here. I had an area where I had a little bit of excess, so I bunched it up right there between two of the anchor points. And then the actual control box is located here, and the least likely spot to actually get wet because the rain is unlikely to come up and over and get that area. So that's why I put that where I did. And then it continues to run and then runs down along this wall and then over kind of underneath the siding to the plug. So when you actually step back and you take a look at it from back here, all you can really barely see is the camera, but you can't really see anything else. So as you're walking up to the house, the camera becomes very evident, but none of the wiring's really too apparent. So that's good. And then it's got that nice light letting everybody know, yes indeed it is watching. So now the fun part is, now it should have an event triggered. And if you look down here, you can actually see the event triggers where things happened. So you can click on different things and it'll actually kind of show the highlight of when those things happened. So I can click on the timeline. See? It's showing me and it has the audio. So that's pretty cool. And you can even go back to like a test event that I did of someone coming up to the door. I just kind of walked up to my door, acted like I was dropping off a package, kind of turned and walked away, and that was that. So it gets a pretty clear shot of what's going on. Pretty handy, I gotta say. And then of course you can just go into the live view. I can also speak into it. So yeah, if I just jump back to you know, present time, it'll just go to the live view, which is what it's on right now, which is pretty cool. And then of course you do have the app for the iPhone as well. And I need to get out of my settings screen here and go back. And yeah, it just shows this, if I can get it to focus. And there you go. You've got a view of what's going on outside. You can click on it, and it'll actually go into like a live view of what's happening. So pretty darn handy, I have to say. I'm looking forward to using this for a couple days and then getting a review done. Okay, it's time to make popcorn the old school way. I haven't done this since one of my really old videos on a very old channel, and it was actually called Making Popcorn the Old School Way or something like that. But anyway, it was a very similar popcorn maker, but it was back in like 2008. So gosh, it was like 8 years ago. TUCat, what do you want? Why are you up in my business? We were much younger back then. I was like 25 and you were, gosh, 3 to 5 and I got you, so you were 4 to 6 years old back then. You were just a young pup. All right, so I got all my ingredients. I'm gonna follow the instructions here. Boom, and we'll see what we get. So, time to get this thing started, and I'll take you on the journey. I have a feeling TUCat's not gonna like the popcorn popping part of this. All right, the popcorn is in and it is stirring, and TUCat is really close to this thing. So it's gonna be interesting once this starts popping what happens here. Because my parents' cat freaked out. I think he's getting more used to it now, but this has never happened. But well, it happened like 8 years ago, but I highly doubt he remembers that. He's still wondering why he can't get onto his plant shelf. Here we go, it's starting to pop. Once this really gets rocking and rolling, it's gonna start going. What's that to you, kitty? What's happening? Surprisingly holding his own here. Look at all the popping. Oh, the popping, Willie! It's almost done. Popcorn old school! Old school popcorn cat! All right, it's done. Buttery and salty and cheesy and so good. Here we go. So much better in microwave. Definitely takes more work to prepare, but really has that movie theater taste. And the key is that coconut oil and a flavacol, you gotta have those two things. That really makes it. Now that's some riveting footage right there. Look at that though. Looks nice and clear and you can see pretty much everything, including a little head on my deer moving up and down. So thank you, Nest. Your software actually works, both the iOS app and the web client. Right, TUCat? Now, if a visitor cat comes, we can catch it on video. Always nice when a concept actually works, right, TUCat? It's pleasing. And I had the choice between this camera or going with the, I forget what it was called, like the Mobi or something like that from Netgear. They had a wireless camera kit. It was like twice as expensive. And it was wireless. So after the wireless experience with the LIFX bulbs, I was like, yeah, I mean, even the camera is still technically wireless, like for the video signal, but it plugs in and it doesn't require battery. And it seemed like the Netgear system, did I say Netgear? I don't know, it's getting late. But anyway, the Netgear system, you had multiple cameras, and I think there was even a hub that you had to connect to, and I'm just like, it seems like there's too many things coming into play now. I just want something that I plug into the wall, I don't have to charge, and it seems like it's more simplified. And that's what I got with the Nest. And so far, fingers crossed, so good. I'm gonna give it, you know, another, I'll record the review, but I don't think I'm gonna record the conclusion for the review until another day or two goes by, just so I can give this thing, you know, 3 days or so, and just make sure it continues to work. Keep checking on it, making sure that it still has a connection. I'll probably walk into the video frame a couple of times just to make sure that it triggers and goes off, actually records the clip and does what it's supposed to do. That being said, I've got a busy day tomorrow. I'm gonna get some rest. Unfortunately for TUCat, because he just got up. I'm going to bed. Sorry, dude, I'm going to sleep. It's bedtime. You slept through the whole day. What happened? You slept through the whole day. Now you're just gonna sit up here and look all sad? I am sorry, sir, but I've got to get my rest. That's a rainy day and TUCat is sleeping it away, and I don't blame him. Well, of course I woke him up now because he heard the camera turn on, because someone is a camera hog, aren't you? Yep, you certainly are. It is raining, TUCat, it is raining. I just recorded some videos, did the final video for the Nest Cam, which was cool. But let's see here, look at that rain. It is really just coming down out there. It rained most of the night too, so it's just been rain, rain, rain. Okay, so a little bit of a weird circumstance with the Sony. Remember how I said I was gonna stop doing the 60 frame per second thing? So I jumped back to 30 frames per second, but I must have, whatever format I was using, it just screwed everything up. There was some clips had audio, some didn't, some it cut out. I don't know, it wasn't anything like super exciting. It was just kind of random stuff leading up to New Year's. But I mean, that's the whole vlog premise. So those clips are gone. They're just shot. There is one of TUCat freaking out because a cat came to the window. And I think that one actually was salvageable. So that's good, because that was like the most exciting thing. That and possibly making popcorn and watching TUCat be kind of enamored with that as well. I'm kind of going through emails here. It's still a lot of junk mail. It's like now it's the first of the year thing. I know, there's been a better time to buy. Yeah, there's been a lot of better times to buy, like when you haven't just bought a bunch of Christmas stuff. So yeah, spent a lot of time with my family and just kind of stepped away from the camera. And once I realized that those clips were kind of jacked up, I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just, for a couple of days, I'm just not gonna record anything. I'm just gonna take some time to myself, play with some of my new stuff, my new toys, kind of do that kind of thing. Now my desk is completely a mess though. I've got stuff everywhere. I've been pulling files off all these different hard drives. There's just, it's organized chaos in here at the moment. That's the best way to really describe it, but it's kind of getting the vlog going again here. It's just kind of TUCat and window. Took a break there. And sometimes you gotta do that. You really do. So heading into the first official week of 2017. And yeah, finally getting a chance to really put some things to the test. So I've been testing on some Bluetooth headphones from Creative Labs. I actually went and exercised yesterday and like got pretty active. Just to see if I could make them fall out, because that's a problem that I have with like my Bose noise canceling and a lot of my other headphones. It's not so much they don't fit my ear, it's the cord with the control just drags when I'm running and then they fall out. So the Bluetooth headphones so far have been a very nice experience. I'm still getting used to the whole Bluetooth headphone thing, but I'll get there. It's obviously the wave of the future. The rumor is Samsung's going without a headphone jack coming up too. So once Samsung and Apple have done it, that's pretty much it. That's the way it is. So that's been interesting. The Nest Cam, like I said, just finalized the review of that. I've had that up and running for over a week-ish, I think. Over a week, at least. It's been really, really good, actually. Like it exceeded my expectations, which have been fairly low lately when it comes to especially smart home stuff. I mean, the echo's fine, but it goes off sometimes for no reason. It finds words that sound like the trigger word and then that sets it off, so that's a little bit annoying, but it's not a huge issue. The LIFX bulbs, you know how I feel about those. Those things have been driving me insane. They continue to be buggy. The new ones, the Color 1000s are still fine. And so I was like, gosh, here's none of these home device things. You know, I was like kind of not feeling super hot about how that was gonna go. Everything went fine. Like syncing the software was fine, the installation, everything I needed was there in the box. I didn't have to use any additional parts. Everything just synced, the software works, you can save the videos. It's just nice when things actually work the way they're advertised. And it's sad that we have to get that excited about stuff, but I guess it's just the way it is now. But anywho, got all that done and just kind of been kicking back and enjoying life, going through doing various little projects here and there. But honestly, that week between Christmas and New Year's, that was my time. That was just my time, and I took it, and I enjoyed it, and I loved every minute of it, not having to think about what am I going to vlog today or put on camera today. I was selfish That was totally selfish. I didn't buy anything in the Steam Winter Sale, though. I am proud of myself for that. I've gotten through 2 Steam sales now. I didn't lose it and go crazy. TUCat's really distracting me in the background there. I didn't do it, and that's because I've still just got so many things to play. I think I said that before. I'm playing Lightning Returns. I just don't know if it's for me. I don't know if I get into it enough. It's kind of blah. The battle system, it just takes so long. Even in easy mode, it's just... I think I might fire up the Zelda game and give that a go, because that and Final Fantasy 15, I do have that to play as well. I was kind of hoping to finish out the 13 trilogy, even though it wasn't my favorite Final Fantasy. I was like, you know, I feel like I got through 2 out of the 3. I may as well finish the 3rd one. But I don't know if I'm going to have it in me to finish Lightning Returns. I really don't. It's just not capturing my attention as much as I feel that it really should, to put in that kind of time. Plus, it's a timed game, and it's the reason I never played Majora's Mask. I don't like timed games, and apparently that not playing Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda was some people say it was like one of the better ones, so maybe that was my bad not playing that, but I just couldn't get into it. But anywho, yeah, that's pretty much it. You haven't missed a whole lot, I'll be honest with you. It's been me gaming and watching Netflix and kind of fighting off the cold, doing all that kind of winter stuff, January stuff, hanging out with TUCat, hanging out with family. Had a nice, very nice New Year's. Had a lot of good food stuffed to my face with things I shouldn't be eating. The last week and a half has just been a binge of food that I shouldn't be eating, because it's just like, you get through Christmas and then it's like New Year's, and then there's like New Year's stuff, and then there's leftover ham, and my mom made ham salad, and it's like, oh hell, now there's ham salad. I'm hammed out. I've had so much ham, I can't ham anymore. I actually had to put the ham in the freezer because there was just too much ham. I don't know what my mom was thinking when she bought that ham. Glad she did, but I'm hammed out. I can't do it anymore. I gotta take a break. So that being said, last night I did go to the grocery store to get some like turkey and regular lunch meat. And then I get in the store and I could just hear the heavens open up. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And it was like 8:30 at night, so there were quite a few people in there. You know, and everybody's just like, you can see it in their face. So everybody starts slowing down. You know, we're all shopping slower, kind of just perusing stuff we don't usually look at, and just like listening, waiting for the rain to stop. Never really stopped, so I got soaked. I hate that when you bring in groceries and it's raining outside, and then the groceries get all wet and the bag gets wet. Ugh, it's just nasty. So anyway, I did get that done, but it wasn't pleasant. I'll put it that way. So anywho, that's going to be it for now. I guess I've got some editing to do today, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done. My keyboard died that I just got from Amazon, so I'm going to have to return that. The USB port that I use on it is just like shot all of a sudden. So I'm telling you, nothing is quality anymore. It's just not. It's shorting out. I plugged in a bunch of different stuff to it and it's just not working. So not a big deal. Just get another one. Small problems, not big problems. But other than that, my eye, that's another thing. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can kind of see that. What the heck is that? What is with my eye lately? It started as the teeniest little bump on my eye, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then it kept getting like bigger, and it looks like a popped blood vessel. I don't know what it is. And it just like continued to grow for a couple of days, and now it's like plateaued, but it's not going away. I don't know. Thank goodness there's no scratchiness or swelling or anything like that like there was earlier in the summer, but it's like my eyes have like waged war on me. Hopefully I got the audio thing figured out. I'm gonna have to keep kind of monitoring these clips as I go to make sure that there's actually audio in them from this point forward. And if it continues to be a problem, I'm gonna actually have to, excuse me, reach out to B&H and be like, yo dog, can I get a new camera? Or can I at least maybe get a warranty repair or something on this? Because this Sony is not that old. So yeah, I don't know, but always something with technology, right? Always something. So anyway, I'm gonna go have something to eat. It's later. It's almost dinner, so it's sun's gonna be setting soon. It's been dark all day. I think I need to get something in my tum because I'm getting a little bit hungry. Do I have a snowy look? I feel like I should have a snowy look because it's a snowy day. Let's go check it out, because this is pretty much the last snow we're gonna get for quite a while. It's just gonna be cold, and then after it quits being cold, porch light was still on, then it's gonna be rainy. So, you know, I guess I better turn on the ND filter. It's kind of bright. So there it is. I need to get out and shovel, but it's still snowing. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's not a lot of snow, so it's not like it's gonna be a problem, but I do want to shovel the sidewalks. So I'll get out and do that once it quits, which hopefully it'll do soon. My phone just went off, and it's upset because it sees me out here. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but yeah, there's the Nest notification. There's activity! Of course there's activity. Hi, Nest Cam. Okay. It's brutally cold out here. I'm going back inside. Whew, yeah, it's cold. It is, oh, now I need to clear this. That's the problem. Okay, what is the temperature here? 14 degrees with snow showers. So, yeah, it's a snowy day, but it's okay. I don't mind when it snows in the winter. I really don't. I need to run some errands today, which I'm not looking forward to doing. But if I'm gonna do it, I should do it now because there won't be as much traffic. If I wait till rush hour, then it's gonna be kind of cray-cray. So, I did just post the video for the Nest Cam Outdoor. Just put it up on the Patreon page, but it's up everywhere. Sent out the tweet and all that good stuff. Although, it's just CES madness right now. So I don't know how much coverage it's actually gonna get. I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not making videos like a super priority this week because I'm not covering CES and I'm not covering Kaby Lake and I'm not covering any of the stuff that is the hotness right now. So I figure if there's a week where I'm gonna kind of just take it easy, may as well make it this one because I'm not covering the goods, you know? But what I can cover that they don't have at CES and Intel didn't release and isn't part of the technology space at all is TUCat. Hi TUCat. Hi TUCat. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody, sir. He got upset because, I'll show you in a minute, you got very upset. Oh, bless you. Are you alright? It's quite a sneeze. My parents' cat's been sneezing too. I think it's because it's so dry in here. I feel bad. I've got that humidifier. Are you dry? Do you have some? Yeah, I know. I hear you. My oscillating fan died. I had to kind of start it like an old airplane and spin the blades on it. But I have to have white noise when I sleep, so this thing wasn't turning on last night. I had to kind of spin it like that to kick it on. So I'm borrowing my parents' fan until I can replace this one. This will be here from Amazon on Monday. However, this thing is kind of annoying. So, okay, here's the thing. I may as well, wow, how did my mom, she really did a number on putting this cord around this thing. All right, yeah, all right, there we go. Okay, so I absolutely cannot sleep without white noise. It is a problem in hotels. If the hotel doesn't have like an air conditioning unit or something that I can force to stay on, I'm in trouble. Okay, did you hear that beep? Why? Why do you have to beep? Okay, I need to actually get this piece of crap out of here. Oh, it's stuck on the cord. Inadvertently taking you along for the ride with this. But anyway, okay, so this fan feels remarkably cheap. And compared to the other one, because everything's made like crap now. But at least it's a Honeywell. I mean, the other one was a Honeywell. No, the other one was a Holmes. I don't know. But anyway, so this fan, for some reason, feels the need to beep for everything you do. So it's got these different settings, and I'm not really sure. These must be presets? I don't know what the hell 1 through 8 does, but anyway. So it's got these different settings. Now my voice is doing that fan thing. But it's got sleep. It's really not liking picking this up on camera. Sleep, calm, white noise, refresh, and power cool. Hopefully this isn't hitting the camera's mic. But anyway, so yeah, why it can't, and the question is, at least it stays on the setting that you turn it on. Okay, this must be oscillating? I don't know. How do you stop this thing? Okay, so they got all these buttons on here, and then to make it not oscillate is still pulling the trigger at the top. Makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. So anyway, I'm gonna turn it kind of away from me. But then it's got this big light. Why all the beeping? It's a fan. Does it need to beep? What if you've got somebody else in the room and you decide you need to turn the fan up, or someone else is already asleep and you get into bed and you're like, well, it's bedtime, gotta turn on the fan. Well, I don't really like this. Well, let's do this. Yeah, maybe I want calm. How many beeps was that? That's so many beeps. Oh, this is a timer. Okay. So anywho, what I'm trying to say here is fans don't need to beep so darn much. Don't make it beep a lot. The other thing I did, I got the heat blanket on the bed now. So I've got my comforter, my heat blanket, and then my sheet. So I had to do a little rearranging of outlets. So now the 3DS XL is plugged in back here. Unfortunately, this outlet is on a switch, which I could put the lamp on that switch. It's also running over there, but I'm afraid I'd hit the switch, and if I do that, the LIFX bulb is going to lose its mind, because then it's going to power off and on again, so I don't want to do that. I'm just going to leave the 3DS XL. I need to put, like, in Apollo 13, when they put the tape on the things not to hit and said no, I need to just put that on it. No, don't hit the switch, leave it on. Also, I think I've said this before, these are the only switches in the house that I switched out to this style. And I don't know why I did that. It was weird. And I like them too. I just, for some reason, those are the only switches I changed. Maybe if I get some extra money down the road, I'll do the rest of them. It's not like it's brain surgery to change out light switches. These are just so boring and old school. I'm also going to put some trim up here. Now that TUCat can't get up here, I'm gonna put some trim along here, and then see if my dad and I are gonna work to actually, since the electrical wire in this house, the majority of it runs actually right here. I know this from being up in the attic, dealing with the networking. I should be able to tap into some electrical to be able to put an outlet up here, and I'm gonna put some LED light, like rope light, up here, and just have some nice accent lighting. Nothing crazy, no LIFX nonsense or hue or any of that stuff. Just gonna use a regular LED rope light, because I don't want to deal with it. I'm tired of these smart lights. Why are you freaking out? Do you see the fan? See, you're okay with this fan. I brought in the other fan and he lost his mind. He did not like it at all. All right, so it's time to get this fan out. So the Nest Cam review, a lot of the comments on that video are gonna be, what's wrong with your eye? I can already tell you that. But I had to get it done. I had to get it out there. It was just, I needed to finish it up, because I wanted to record it while the thoughts were still fresh in my mind from doing the install and doing the setup and all that stuff. I didn't want to forget about it. I'm in the last couple days of testing out these Bluetooth headphones. Like I said, sometimes I think manufacturers get upset because I take a long time to review things. Same thing on my other channel. I like to use stuff for at least a week to know if it's gonna last, how I'm gonna like it over time, if something bothers me at the beginning, if I get used to it, if it's something I don't get used to, if something I didn't notice at the beginning becomes a problem. That's why I like to give things at least a week of use before I actually render any kind of a verdict on what I think about it. So I'm almost there with those headphones at this point. I'm not gonna be going outside anymore, but maybe I'll pop them in when I do some shoveling, and we'll do a cold test with them. I also need to change the ear pieces out, the part that fit in the ear, because the ones that are in there now are a little bit small. So I think I may switch those out. Well, the snow has stopped for the most part, so it's time to go outside and do some shoveling, and I'm bundled up because it's gotten colder. The temperature continues to drop, so I have my styling hat and my big thick coat, so I'm ready to get this done. So I'm gonna go clear at least the sidewalks. Not really concerned about the driveway, but at least clear the sidewalks and the walkway in case I get any deliveries or anything, and then get my butt back inside, because it's now, what, 12 degrees or something like that? So yeah, anyway, just thought I'd show off my styling look here. Oh, I forgot this thing snaps together too, so you can really bundle up if you want to. All right, the heat is running, and I'm gonna have some serious hat head. Oh yeah, it's hot. So that's done. I took the car out, cleaned it off, give a little bit of a run to the battery there, because it's just getting so cold and I don't want it to seize up. And I blew a bunch of the snow off of it. I, of course, wiped off the windows beforehand, but you know, this jacket is so old. I apologize for how loud I'm sure that furnace is, but this is so old, this winter coat, that somewhere in here, I can feel it. It's in one of these pockets. Is it inside pocket? so many like little compartments to this thing. What is this? There's a movie ticket. I don't know, but it was a movie from November 26, 2003. So yeah. And the matinee price then was $6.25. So that frame of reference there. I'm gonna keep that in there. Why not? That was Regal Cinemas. Real crappy theater, actually. Okay, so where the hell is this pen? This guy, this little pen, used to click to my jeans, and I could flip it open and flip it shut. And I used to use this at Best Buy every day when I'd have to sign off on things or have people sign stuff. I'd take computers in. This was my guy, this little pen. There's no way this thing still works. Nope, still does. This pen goes back a long way, because I was working at Best Buy in 2002, 2003, around the same time as that movie ticket, so I guess that makes sense. Anyway, needless to say, I've had this coat for a long time. I don't wear it very often because it's kind of big and goofy and hard to deal with and just really a pain. So I'm gonna hang that back up. Ugh. That was an adventure. Whoa. Hey there, white balance. Now it's really blue from all the blue outside. My hair got kind of messy. Guess it could be worse considering what I was wearing. So yeah, snowy day. Nobody else had done anything, but I think a lot of people are getting back from school and work and things like that. So I kind of wanted to just be nice and get the walkways cleared and stuff before you know, the kids got home from school and people started getting home from work and walking their dogs and whatnot. Just trying to be a good neighbor, you know, doing the neighborly thing. So let's take a look here. I kept setting off the nest because I was out front doing the shoveling. So yeah, that's pretty much what I accomplished there. There's still a little bit of snow coming down, but I think for the most part it's done. I've been watching Travelers on Netflix. I did watch the OA, and it was weird. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, to be honest with you. It was weird. I'm gonna get this cable unplugged. It was a good show, but it kind of didn't really, I mean, I guess it had a deep conclusion if you wanted to read into it, but I don't know. It's just one of those shows where it was over and I was kind of like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't rock my world in any way. So now I'm watching this show, Travelers. So much Netflix stuff anymore, which is a good thing. Rolling back over. Yeah, like I said, I was at my parents' for New Year's, and just like ended up staying the night because I was there late. And they have cable, and there was just like nothing to watch. And then I would start watching something, and there were so many commercial breaks, and they were so long. Like, we get all bent out of shape about 15 and 30-second ads before a YouTube video, or God forbid somebody puts an ad before and after a YouTube video. Oh my God, you might have to watch 30 seconds to possibly a minute of advertising if for some reason you sit through the post-roll ad. And then there's cable, where it's like 20 minutes of advertising per hour. It's crazy. It's crazy how much advertising there is. So yeah, we get spoiled with YouTube, you know, with the 15-second ads. You know, and most of the time you only have to wait 5 seconds. You can hit, skip. Hell, I pay for YouTube Red just to not have to wait for that. I mean, that's how impatient I've become with ads. I'm one of those guys. I'm like, oh, 30-second non-skippable ad. Are you kidding me? That's you know, with the online thing, that's what happens. But then I go back to watching cable, and I'm just like, oh, if it's... I was finding myself pausing and leaving the room and doing something else for like a half an hour just so that the buffer would fill up on the DVR. So whatever I was watching, if there was like a marathon of something, I could come back to it and then be able to skip through the commercial breaks. The other thing they do is on like some of the oddball cable channels, they run the same ads over and over and over again. Like Quibids and stuff like that. It's like, okay, enough already. So that's why I don't have cable. It just, every time I go over there, it reinforces my decision to not have cable television because it's just not worth it. So anyway, rant over. I think the mail might be getting here. I saw the mail lady. She was just like parked, just not driving. I don't know if the 1.5 inches of snow we had was too much for USPS. I was getting into a discussion about that on Twitter before New Year's, just about how much USPS blows. They're just awful. Like, they'll give you an estimated delivery date and miss it by 4 or 5 days and just be like, yeah, whatever. Then I saw a hilarious thing on Facebook. It was like USPS tracking. Your package has left this facility. Second line should just say, we have no effing idea. And then third line is delivered. And then typically that delivery date is well later than it should have been. My parents, I think my mom went to the post office. She mailed something, 2 to 3 day priority. And it took like 7 or 8 days. And it went to Chicago. It went from Indianapolis to Chicago. I can drive that in under 3 hours. And it took 7 to 8 days to get the package there. So yeah, anyway, that's my USPS rant. I had a sandwich before I went out to shovel. I had to fuel up, even though it was really light snow. It was nothing dramatic or drastic. But I'm gonna go in there and continue watching, woo, spinning around in the chair, some Netflix. I finally get my energy back. So that's good. Probably from being out in the freezing cold, that'll wake you up. But yeah, I gotta finish watching some Netflix and then, I don't know, I may make a pizza for dinner, like actually make a pizza, like legit. Except for the dough, I don't do the dough. Wow, I'm really dark right now. Oh no, dropping stuff. TUCat, looks like your reputation's getting out there. You got a potty mouth. Yeah, you're swearing now. What are you always swearing about? See, your potty mouth is becoming a problem. People are starting to talk, all right? You gotta keep that mouth in check, man. I get it, you get frustrated, sometimes you swear, it happens. It's all right. So, I had Little Caesars for dinner, and I'm not proud of it. A coupon came in the mail, and I bought into it. I bought into the hype, and it was good, I'm not gonna lie. It was delicious, but, oof, it's been fighting me, you know, the commercials where the food fights you and slaps you in the face, like, that's happening right now. I'm like, had some Tums, it's kind of rough. But, TUCat, why are you staring me down? I think he's upset that I called him out in his potty mouth. But anyway, while I was waiting for my pizza, because it was not hot and ready, it was hot and you had to wait, but it was super hot because it was super fresh. But anyway, I was reading Twitter while I was waiting and saw a tweet from Alyssa, and she had said that she was addicted to Final Fantasy 15. And then Robert tweeted after I said that I have Final Fantasy 15, but I haven't started playing it yet. Maybe I should do that. And he was like, yes, you should. And then she said, yes, I should. So I think that's the plan for the weekend, is to dive down deep into Final Fantasy 15 and really start playing. Because I think I'm going to abandon Lightning Returns. I'm not feeling it. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not digging it. So I think I'm just going to skip over that and go into Final Fantasy 15. Start a new chapter, a new story. Plus, I haven't played a Final Fantasy game that's been based on a current gen console technology yet. This will be the first one, because all the other ones were PS3 releases. So, I'm looking forward to that, actually. And I'm kind of putting it off because I know once I start playing it, I'm going to get hooked more than likely. And tonight's Thursday night, and I don't want to stay up super late. So I think I'm going to wait and start it tomorrow night. That way, if I end up being up till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning playing or later, then it won't be an issue. Because that's what happened when I started Last of Us again. Like, I started playing it, then I stopped, and when I started it up again, I was up almost all night playing that freaking game. So, don't want to do that tonight, but I am definitely going to play it this weekend. That's my weekend goal. Gotta set goals, and that's a good goal. I'm gonna have fun with that one. I also need to take out the trash. That doesn't include you, TUCat. So here's the snow. Very snowy, very, very cold. Someone's honking their horn. Look at that sky, though. So nice. So anyway, I'm gonna run the trash down and get back inside because I'm not wearing a coat, and it's way too cold to not be wearing a coat. Oh, so cold! It's so bad. It wasn't bad until I actually stepped outside. And then I had to like grab onto the trash can. Facebook, see insights about your page. Don't care, Facebook. But yeah, as soon as I stepped outside, it was like a breeze and it was just brutal. And I wasn't out there very long, but man, that woke me up. I'm telling you what, it's like jumping into a cold shower. Ugh. It is nasty out there. It's been colder. It just feels really cold today for some reason. I think it's all the snow. What, TU kitty? Look at TU cat. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Dude, your breath, you do have a potty mouth. You know why you have a potty mouth? Because it smells like an ass. All right, let's grab the title. I think it's down here. Is it? Is it? Yep. All right. I guess I got to boot up the PS4. I haven't done that in a while. So, yeah, it's probably going to need an update, maybe? Well, I don't know. I was playing The Last of Us not too long ago. What's happening here? See, this is why I hate console gaming anymore. If you don't play, like, every day, some kind of thing is happening when you turn on your console. Very annoying. Just let me play the damn game. I miss the days of Super Nintendo when you just plugged in a cartridge and you were ready to go. Alright, I think we're ready to go now. Are there any discs in the system? Discs with a K. What's the eject button? I don't know. I can't see these buttons. These are so small. Where does a disc even go in this thing right here? Shows you how much I use my PS4. I'm not used to using games that I like have discs for. Oh yeah, now we've got an update file. We got more downloads. More downloads to do. Just want to play my game, but I can't play. See, this is what happens a lot of times for me. This is what happens. I go to play a video game and it's like, oh, we've got like, I don't know, a half an hour to an hour of shit to do before it's like actually ready. Well, guess what? By that time, usually I've moved on to doing something else. Because I'll switch the input back to my PC and I'll just start playing on that. Like I said, I miss the days of just being able to plug in a cartridge and turn on the thing and go. More CES stuff. This Razer laptop with the 3 displays is like totally stealing the show. I just keep seeing that everywhere. That is like the thing right now. Day 3, Luke from Linus Tech. He's looking rough. He's looking rough. Posted a picture of himself in the mirror. Yeah, I bet it's exhausting. I've done trade shows, nothing like what CES would be like. And it is. It is very, very tiring to be doing that the whole time. Oh, what is this? Something not in English. It's amazing when you post stuff on YouTube how many different languages it actually goes out to. You don't think about that, but I get a lot of people sending me messages in languages. I have no idea what they're saying. And then I get the likes and the shares and stuff in different languages as well. It's very cool. It's just we live in this like bubble, and sometimes it's easy to forget that there are other people besides just those who live around you, people all around the world. And it's cool that when you post something to YouTube that it does go out. You know, I've got people from Australia that message me, and it couldn't be further away. So that's pretty interesting. You know, you forget about that kind of stuff. So anyway, I guess I'm going to patiently wait for my Final Fantasy game to load so that I can actually start playing it tonight, because it is Friday and it's time to get the weekend started in style. So we'll see. It's 5:30 now. Hopefully I'm playing it before 6 o'clock. Fingers crossed. I am going to play it tonight though. I really am. And then we'll see how sucked into it I get. I don't have a PS4 Pro or an HDR or TV or whatever or any of the fancy stuff. I'm playing it old school on a PS4. Okay, so the first download's done. Now we've moved on to this one. You know, it's a good thing I have a fast internet connection. My God, 11 gigabytes? We got ourselves a happy TUCat. I was playing Final Fantasy, and I'm sitting on the couch, and TUCat is sitting perfectly perched right there, just staring at me. And I can't figure out why. And then I realized he didn't have any food. Whoops. So yeah, after what took, it actually ended up taking over an hour to get that update done, and then it took another probably 10 minutes maybe, because the system had to run an update, then it had to restart, and it was a whole thing. So anyway, after I got all that done, I was finally able to start playing Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy 15 so far, I give it a thumbs up. Battle system's fun, definitely better than Lightning Returns, far better than the other Final Fantasy 13 games. Can't really compare it to anything before that because it's so different, but so far I'm enjoying it. There's actually things to do in battle. You kind of got to watch and be strategic, and it just feels better than the battle system and any of the other games I've been playing. You can't just sit there and mash A or X or whatever. You actually have to pay attention to what you're doing and actually be engaged in the battle, which is nice. The graphics are nice. It gets kind of choppy at times. You can definitely tell it's dipping below 30 frames per second quite often, actually, which is kind of a bummer, especially when you're used to 60 FPS or, you know, PC Master Race. But I mean, seriously though, like the difference between 60 frames per second, even 45 frames per second, and dipping under 30 frames per second is drastic. And you can, even 30, like that's like the bare minimum to be okay. And the second you drop below that, it's like something goes off in your brain and you notice it right away. It's just like, ugh, it's kind of cringeworthy. And the game does that quite a bit, at least on a regular PS4. But other than that, it looks beautiful. It's a lot of fun. It's the first game on PS4 that I'll probably be playing heavily, other than The Last of Us Remastered. I haven't given my PS4 a whole lot of love, haven't given it a whole lot of attention. There really hasn't been anything that I really wanted to play that much on it. It took that long. But I have a feeling I'm gonna log a lot of hours into this game. It just seems like one of those games where that's gonna happen. I am playing it on normal. I didn't go for easy or anything like that. TUCat's coming, TUCat's coming, TUCat's coming. There's TUCat hiding behind my shoulder. What, TUCat? Did you get upset that I wasn't giving you enough attention? But yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. It was fun. It was a nice break, and I kind of forgot that I have a next-gen system. It's like from playing all the old games. And you know, I was playing Ori and the Blind Forest, which is a beautiful game, don't get me wrong, and stuff like that, but I haven't played anything really graphically intensive except for Doom, really in all of 2015, or 2016. What the hell year is it, 2017? In 2016, I didn't really play anything that was like really graphically impressive. Even The Last of Us, while it looked amazing, was still a remaster of a PlayStation 3 game. So this is the first, like, next gen, or current gen, I should say, title that I'm really getting into. So that's kind of fun as well. And yes, it's a console game, which I don't mind, except for the massive updates and the frame rate drops. But if it was a PC port, it would be an absolute disaster. I can just tell by playing it. Square Enix has not been hitting it out of the park on the PC ports, like, ever. So this game, if and when it gets ported, it could really be interesting to see if they can get it right. But I'm gonna enjoy it on PS4. I'm gonna actually enjoy my PS4 because I feel like it's just been kind of sitting there neglected. I really do. So, anywho, looks beautiful. I had to go into the video settings though, and it was the first game where I've actually had to tell the video settings to stretch to fill the screen. The other games have all done that automatically. This one I actually had to go in, I'd never gone in there before because I hadn't had to, and set the video scale because it was underscaling on my TV. So I had to, it was underscanning, I guess, so I had to set it so it was overscanning a little bit to fill my screen. But, you know, not a big deal. I just, when I loaded the game, I noticed it was like in a little bit. I was like, what the heck? And then it said to go into your settings on your actual PlayStation to do it. So I'm like, oh, I've never been in there before. So yeah, anyway. So that was fun. Many more hours to be had on that, I'm sure. It's really not all that late. It's like 11:30, but I think I'm gonna start winding down the night and try to get to bed at a decent hour. I've been going to bed pretty early. Whoa, did I just hit you in the face? I'm sorry. I'm trying to, like, this is what I get for trying to look into the camera and pet TUCat. So anyway, yeah. Probably about time to think about winding down the vlog. I don't know how long this one's gonna be because I lost so much footage. I lost basically a big chunk between Christmas and New Year's. I lost. It was like Christmas Day and the day after I had some of. It's currently 5 degrees Fahrenheit, so yeah. It's gonna be a chilly one tonight. I think they said the wind chill could get to 15 below, so definitely not a night to go outside. Unless TUCat keeps meowing and rubbing on me, and then maybe we'll see how you like it outside. Huh? Don't give me that look, I'm just playing. Well, it's that time of day again where it's not really sunset, but it's dark in this area of the house because of the way the sun shines. It's like super bright here in the morning, and then it starts getting dark. So I keep the blinds closed, as you can see behind me, when I get up because there's a bunch of sun coming in here. And then this time of day comes, and then it starts getting dark, and I kind of need to open them to get more light in here. But anyway, TUCat has been with me in the office today. You do have food. Why are you freaking out? He's been freaking out, walking around the house, meowing. Then he came in the office. I've been doing a lot of video stuff today. I did the review for the Creative headphones. I did some other editing. So I've been in the office a lot today, especially for a Saturday. But it's incredibly cold today. I think we're gonna get down to -1 Fahrenheit at some point today. But it is nice and sunny, and it was actually causing me some problems. trying to record videos. There's, in the headphone video, you can see by the end of it, there's some sun on my face. And I even had to delay recording that video because at the start of it, there was a huge beam of light that I couldn't get rid of, no matter what I did with the window setup. You can see how much brighter it is in the office than it is in the rest of the house, because I've got that natural light just beaming in through the window, and this is with one of them closed. So it's a good setup right here. It's just when it's really sunny and there's snow especially, it causes really bad reflections to kind of beam in through the window, which creates an issue. So just trying to get lighting right is a pain sometimes. So yeah, CES, kind of catching up on everything that's been happening there. It just, like I said, it's not anything really super exciting that I'm seeing happening. Some crazy computer cases, that's to be expected. You know, Kaby Lake was kind of blah, although Ryzen is there in force. Well, at least I've knocked stuff over. And they have a tech demo running, and I think I've actually been watching the WAN show. I got through part of it, and he was kind of talking about checking out the tech demo on it. So the big question is still, how much is it going to cost? Because that's going to really dictate if it's super competitive to Intel or not. It kind of falls in between Intel's like high-end consumer options and then their enthusiast desktop X99 setup. It's like right in the middle there as far as features go, and it's like far closer to X99 as far as performance, like Broadwell E, but price is going to be the key. It's going to be interesting to see what processor options they have and where they price them and how they are competitive. Benchmarks are going to be really important. I'm really excited to seeing A, the price announcement, and B, seeing how they actually stack up, seeing real world performance, real tech channels, being able to benchmark it. Fair warning, unless I have something sent to me, I'm not going to be taking a look at it more than likely. I'm just not in a position to be able to do that right now. So hopefully I can finagle some kind of a deal to be able to do a test bench with these things, but they're going to be in hot demand for reviewers, and I just don't think that, I don't think I'm going to be the size of channel they're looking for to do that, unfortunately. But I would love to take a look at them. I really, really would. At least one of the processors. I don't even care if it's the high-end version. I just want to look at it. It's been so long since I've been on the AMD platform, and I used to be such an AMD fanboy. I really hope this thing is a success. I really hope it makes the market competitive again. Other things they mentioned, they had apparently LG, I think, had like a wallpaper television that like literally hangs up with magnets. That's kind of crazy. 4K TVs, that's old news. Apparently everything's like getting even higher res than that with like HDR and everything. Computer monitors, I think there were some 8K things. 8K. I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't even have a 4K monitor or a 4K TV. I would be far more apt to do a 4K TV before I would actually a 4K monitor. It's just so small. Like Apple has the 5K display, but then like you have to scale it, and it scales it back to 2560 by 1440, I think. So like I've already got a monitor that does that. It's not going to be as clear, but I'd rather have my ultra wide. Like I much prefer this setup to just having super high density pixels. This is just more convenient for me, especially since I do almost all my editing in 1080. Wow, that thing rendered out 4 videos in like no time. Try not to fanboy here, but this computer really, when it just chews through video rendering, it's amazing. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on CES. Nothing super exciting to me. There's not anything that really hit that made me go, oh, I have to have that. I'm super excited for that to like hit the market, except for Ryzen. But even that, I don't have to have that. I have an X99 system. I have a MacBook Pro. I'm fine. I'm set as far as what I need. I absolutely love my home theater PC. The 4790K found its perfect home. It's just perfect right there. That with the 1070, great gaming setup. Wow, the lighting in here is weird. But so I'm really happy with that, and I'm just thankful to be in a place where there's not technology that I'm like, oh, I really need that, because that means that I'm like content with what I have and what's out there. And I think that's the problem a lot of manufacturers are having. I think there's a lot of people that are just content with what they have, and I think that's going to be an issue with Kaby Lake with Intel, and that's why they're trying to push the requirements for like 4K Netflix, requiring Kaby Lake and Windows 10 and all that jazz, because they're trying to create a reason for people to upgrade. Because there really just isn't one. Like I said before, if you've got a even somewhat recent processor, there's not a compelling reason to go out and get it, to go out and upgrade. And for me, you know, with running the Broadwell, yeah, I'm just like, I don't care. So, you know, it is what it is. But anywho, I am going to start playing Final Fantasy 15 again because it's Saturday afternoon, and that's what you do on a Saturday afternoon. So, yeah. I got my video editing done, got the renders done, need to get the uploads going, and then it's chill time. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna get the Creative Labs video posted probably tomorrow. Hopefully have this vlog up. I will work on it Monday and hopefully have it up by Tuesday morning. All right, doing some uploading, answering some emails, and responding to YouTube comments. And I have to say, you guys are very observant. You couldn't miss the thing on my eye. Actually, it's this eye, I think. Is it? Yeah, it doesn't, thankfully, it doesn't bother me, so I keep forgetting which eye it is. But it is getting better, but you guys did pick up on it in the Nest Cam review video, for sure. So that and comments about where is the TUVlog. So of course, by the time you see this, you'll be watching the TUVlog, but I've been trying to respond to those as they come in. Just losing that entire week there really kind of put things behind. Plus, Christmas and New Year's fell in this particular vlog. So that being the case, I lost 4 days right there. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, for the most part. And then Christmas Eve, actually, I think I did record quite a bit. And then New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, I lost that too. So that plus that week in between, you gotta figure, it's about 9 days just poof, gone from the vlog. And that's a whole vlog in itself. So yeah, it definitely put me behind quite a bit doing that. I need to clean out these memory cards. I think I need to format both of them. I am so ADHD, I'm all over the place. I just saw it sitting in the card reader. So yeah, anyway. So I've been trying to respond to those questions and those comments. I even had it on Instagram. I was like, cool, but where's the vlog? So yeah, sorry it's late, but I'm not always gonna be able to knock these things out on like a super regular basis. Sometimes I'm just busy. So I'm doing best I can. What else? What else is going on? I got a rotisserie chicken, which is something I don't often do, but it was marked down, which probably isn't a good sign. But I'm gonna be cooking with it tonight. So I shredded the chicken from the rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna make some chicken tacos for dinner tonight. So that sounds pretty good. It's freezing cold outside, so I figure some nice spicy chicken tacos will hit the spot pretty nice. I was gonna get guacamole, but avocados were super expensive to make myself, and then the pre-made guacamole was like even more expensive. Just not worth it. Like, I like guacamole, I don't like it that much. So yeah, that's just the time of year. Plus, we're not in an avocado area here. We're not like rich in avocados at any time of year. So winter's even worse. Pretty much any fresh fruit and vegetable at this time of year is it comes at a premium. So rotisserie chicken it was. And I got a little salsa, a little lettuce, a little cheese. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna have some chicken tacos and little chips and salsa. I thought about doing queso, but again, they were out of everything too. Like I went to Meyers, and for whatever reason, like they were just completely, they don't have enough people working there. This is a problem. All these companies are getting cheap and cutting back, and they don't have enough people working, so they can't restock the shelves. So when it's busy like it is on a Saturday, by the end of the day on Saturday, they're just completely out of everything, and there's nobody there to restock it. So, like, companies wonder why they're losing money. You don't have your product on the shelves to stock. It's like this endless cycle that feeds itself. You don't want to hire people because your profits are down, but your profits keep going down because you don't have enough product to sell because you don't have anybody to put it out. So, anyway, that was just my little rant, but yeah, they were out of a lot of stuff, really common items too. I'm telling you, TUCat's been having fits today. He's been upset with me. I think I haven't been giving him enough attention. You're either asleep or you're freaking out. And now he's nudging the table with the light and the echo on it and stuff like that. Got an interesting email, actually. Somebody was asking me, when you set reminders on the echo, why doesn't it speak the reminder back to you when it's time for it to happen? And the strange thing about it is that reminders, TUCat, calm down. Reminders go into your to-do list, but what I do if I need to have something, if I need to set an actual reminder for myself, what I do is I have it create a calendar event. So I tell it to create an event, and then I name that event what the reminder is going to be, and then I set a time. And if it's something I want to remember the next day, then I just set it for I'm telling you. I set it for like 7 a.m. That way when I wake up in the morning, it's just sitting there on my phone as like a little notification. So all my little reminders are there in the morning. But as of right now, there's no way to actually make the Echo issue a command without you doing it. There's no push capability. So you have to activate it first. It will not just speak to you. But I'm sure that's something that's going to be coming, because I'm guessing Google or one of the other people is going to implement it. And as soon as they do, then we're going to see it happen on the Echo as well. So basically the Echo is kind of like your portal to your other devices. You can tell it to make other things do stuff, but it won't do things itself, is basically what that boils down to. So I think that person was a little frustrated with that. I was a little surprised by it too. I mean, I kind of found that workaround by just making calendar events. And that's kind of how I set my schedule for the next day. If I'm just laying on the couch and I remember something, and this is like so first world problem, so lazy. If I'm laying on the couch, my phone is out of reach, I can give the Echo the command to schedule something from my calendar. TUCat just bit me. He's feisty. He's feisty. You're a feisty fawn, aren't you? I think that was the release of Firefox way back when. Anyway, Final Fantasy, still enjoying it. I'm still in the same spot. I discovered fishing, so that was, you know, 20 minutes of my time down the tubes. So I did that, and then I got stuck in a side quest, and of course I had to feed a cat. That was the side quest, and TUCat demanded that I do it. So I did that one, and then there's like a thing I have to be level 11 to do it. So now I'm just like kind of wandering around trying to level up. And then I keep like just walking around. The scenery is just so beautiful in the game. I keep walking around collecting stuff, and it's just, that game is going to take me a long time to beat because it's just so open world. I just keep wandering. So it's a good thing. That's fun. I had fun today just wandering around, fishing and collecting things and fighting crabs on the beach and camping and cooking, and I'm not really even into the main quest. I have no idea what's going on in the game. I'm waiting for, I've got the item I need to make a fairy come and get me. That's as far as I've got in the game, and I've spent over 3 hours playing it. So I'm not even sure what's going on yet, except for there's 4 of us and we're out, and one of us is royalty, and we're just, he's kind of a spoiled brat, and we have a really nice car. And that's all I know. So I'm enjoying it though, I really am. CES, more updates from that. It's all about HDR. The HDR is the new unknown out there. It's what was it on WAN show they were talking about it, saying it's like the HD DVD Blu-ray nightmare except times like 100. There's 4 different standards, and then there's different technologies, and there's really no standardization, and there's just like all kinds of different stuff. It's gonna be a while, I think, before we really figure out HDR. That and 4K, I think we're still kind of in this unknown zone. That's why I haven't been like super pumped about it, because I think it's still just kind of being figured out. I'm not gonna buy another TV unless this one breaks, which it freaking better not, until a 4K OLED TV becomes affordable for me. That's kind of my goal. I want to move on to the next level of technology when I do my next television purchase. So that's why I'm not really like super interested in what's going on. I mean, I'm glad that they're making progress, but it's not like it's gonna affect my year. You know what I mean? I have no goals of purchasing any major technology actually in 2017, just to be honest. Like, there's nothing major coming out that I really, like, with my own money, feel that I need to purchase. That includes TVs and consoles and graphics cards and computer stuff and monitors. Like, there's just, I just don't see 2017 being a big year of me actually buying anything. That's a lie. The Nintendo Switch. That will probably happen. But other than that, that's about the only thing I'm really looking forward to. I'm just looking forward to kicking back and kind of just watching them figure things out more than anything. So yeah. But if you don't already have an HD TV, now's a good time to get one because there's so many freaking TVs out there. The pricing is really good. But yeah. TUCat, why are you looking so grumpy? Oh yeah, another thing. I don't think I ever showed this. I actually just like left one of the strips not hooked up on the LIFX Z strip because it was too bright actually. So I just have this one, but you'll notice that I have this tape here, and I taped it down on the other end too because it kept falling down. So I actually ended up having to use packing tape, and that seems to be holding it just fine. With that being said, I think I'm just gonna watch a little more Netflix and go to bed. It's after midnight at this point, so time to get the Sunday rolling. I am gonna go to my parents' house and have some pizza tomorrow night, so that's gonna be good. A little Sunday pizza time. And then get another week rolling. Like I said, the vlog will be up by the beginning of the week, so I'll be back hopefully on schedule with the vlogs again. Got a little bit off there because of the holidays and stuff, so it'll be good to kind of get a schedule rolling again. And I have been working on my other YouTube channel as well, so there's just a lot going on at the moment right now, so that's been keeping me pretty busy. But for now, I'm gonna go relax. I actually need to go turn on my heat blanket so it's preheated. That way I can get into a nice warm bed when I settle in for the night. TUCat! Soaking up the rays. That was a little forlorn. Yep. It's time to get to work. Actually, not really. I just gotta publish a video and then get ready to go stuff my face later. Gotta make sure I keep TUCat in the background there. I'm actually thinking about rearranging my desk. I need to keep it so that at least one part of the desk is on this wall because all the networking gear is over here, and it really works out well having all of it down that little tray below the desk, so I may just shift it. I want to have it kind of like how I had it again, so that I can have a camera on the other side of the desk pointing at me instead of having this wall over here. Plus these windows are actually creating quite an issue with reflection on the monitor. So, and this is a matte finish monitor as well. So I think I might just take the desk, it's like this right now, and just shift it, and then that'll take this part and put it this way, if that makes any sense. Anyway, then all I have to do is move the tray over from this side to this side, and I still have all of my networking stuff kind of hidden away underneath the desk. There's just so much of it, there's really no other place to put it. And that's just a perfect location. It all fits in there just right. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. At least that's the game plan anyway. But right now I need to publish the Creative Outlier Sports Bluetooth headphones review. Not the most exciting thing, but I am actually using these headphones a lot. Like when I'm around the house and stuff. It's really handy not having that cord running into my phone. Plus I can just leave the phone sitting somewhere and it doesn't lose signal. Like it holds on, which is kind of surprising because my experience with Bluetooth over the years since its introduction hasn't been fantastic. Seems like it's getting better, but it hasn't been great. So I was really hesitant to actually go over to Bluetooth headphones, but so far these haven't pissed me off yet, so that's good. So I'm gonna keep using them. I actually really like them. They stay in my ear, they're comfortable, they sound pretty good. I really don't have any complaints. Some people are saying they're massive, from what I've been reading online, that they're massive and heavy. I'm not really sure where that's coming from. I mean, these are actually lighter than the Apple earbuds, so I'm not really sure where that complaint comes from. But anyway, I'm gonna publish the review for these. I'm sure this one might get some negative feedback. People are always very passionate about their audio hardware type things, anything involving audio. And I just I don't go into detail on the audio quality because it's so subjective to everybody that all I can really say is how it sounded to me. And that's pretty much it, because I have no way of capturing it in the way that it actually sounds coming out of the device, so it is what it is. But yeah, 70 bucks, yeah, not bad. So I'm gonna publish that and go through my emails, go through my Facebook comments. Let's see here, I think that's about all I really have to do. And then I need to have a very light lunch because I'm gonna be stuffing my face with pizza later. And then tomorrow, I'm really excited about tomorrow morning. I have something cool going on tomorrow morning, so looking forward to that. I do have to get up super early, which is gonna suck, but and sometimes you just gotta do it. Actually, I've been waking up early most days anyway, so not really all that different. But I'm gonna get this rolling. Maybe make sure TUCat has food, because I'm guessing he ate all of his food overnight. I haven't looked yet. It's about lunchtime, so I think it's about lunchtime for TUCat there. But right now, he's loved. This is the perfect time of day for TUCat, because the sun beams in through that window. It's a little Final Fantasy 15. Little TUCat. TUCat was watching me fish earlier, weren't you? Yeah, you're watching me fish. Uh-huh. You don't know what to do now, do you? We got places to go, TUCat. No, you can't drive. You don't have a license. So this is how it goes a lot of the times when I'm playing video games. It's me, TUCat. He's always right here behind me, just keep an eye on things, chilling. And just like that, Monday is underway. TUCat's upset. I've been gone since pretty early this morning. Just now back, and I think he wants to look out the window. So, gotta give him something to look at, even though it's the dead of winter. There's nothing out there. I don't know what you're gonna look at. Anywho, good morning, good meeting. Everything went as planned. So I am home and I'm hungry. It's lunchtime, and I have had only a banana to eat today. So, yeah, I've also got a video to do. I've got editing to do for the vlog. And then I need to get some Final Fantasy time in today. I'm hooked. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hooked. So I gotta get that done as well. The TUCat didn't really eat much of his food, so he's in good shape. Okay, desk reorganization. I'm a little concerned that this desk isn't gonna fit running the other direction. I think I might have measured that at one point. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not a huge fan of this setup. I like the setup because there's more room, but I don't know, I kinda like the old way better, but like I said, I didn't have anywhere to put the networking equipment, so I don't know, because that desk is clear, so it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to hide stuff on that desk, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ponder this, because I think this stretch this way is too long. I think this closet door being where it is kind of a pain. It really doesn't work out well. Between the double windows on that wall and that being there, I don't know how I want to set it up. If I could just twist it the other way, I think I'd be okay. I don't know, it might be a tight squeeze. No, it would not be a tight squeeze. I'd be able to get in because this would be shorter. I'm thinking out loud now. I'm just trying to come up with a way to keep this desk in this spot of the room, but change its orientation. But I might be out of luck. I might be SOL. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll be closing out the vlog soon, which is long overdue. It's been way too long since the TUVlog started and ended. It's another one of those long stretches, but it happens. It happens sometimes. So time to get to work. I also need to clean this desk, and I need to get a tape measure in here. The next vlog might be an adventure on me reorganizing this office yet again. All right, out of the fancy wear into the relaxed wear, slamming my zipper on stuff. This is, I hate to say it, but my eating shirt. I had to change out of my fancy shirt before I had some Chinese food, which is what I had for dinner, late lunch, early dinner, whatever. It's kind of my tradition when I have like a busy day, get, you know, one of those things. It's how I relax, have a little Chinese food. So I am messy when it comes to noodles, so I figured I'd better take off the good clothes and put on this guy. This thing's super warm, by the way. This is what I got for Christmas. I think I showed it off earlier in this vlog, probably. Assuming there was audio in that clip, which I think there was. But yeah, this thing's really cozy and nice. So I'm sure it's going to be covered in food and probably need to be washed at some point because this is what I throw on when I'm eating. It's like my bib. It's my bib jacket shirt flannel thing. I don't know what to call this thing, I really don't, but anyway. So the vlog is finally coming to an end. The vlog is finally going to be edited. I'm uploading another video now, and then once that is done and all that's good, then I guess I really don't have to wait for that to finish. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I gotta wait to finish recording this clip so I can transfer all the stuff off this card, the new stuff off the card. It's a whole thing with this vlog. This is another one of those vlogs I'm gonna be kind of glad when it's over. This one's giving me a hard time, and sometimes a TUVlog just kicks my butt. Kind of like the Chinese food's trying to do right now. TMI, right? It was delicious though, but man, they've got some peppers in there in the chicken that I get, and if you're not paying attention and you accidentally eat one of those things, woo! It's serious. It's serious. And it's a sneaky hot. It comes up on you without expecting it. So you're like eating and you're like, oh, that was kind of a unique flavor. And there's like nothing you can do to make it go away except for like a spoonful of ice cream or really thick milk. Like skim milk's not gonna do it. That's not gonna cut it. But anyway, patron shout out. So thank you to everyone who participates in Patreon. This is the thing. First vlog of every month. I'm going to do this for those that are $5 and up. So going through my list, number one, first things first, we have Ryan, who has lots of different handles. Ryan goes by Shake of Milk Gaming on YouTube and Shake of Milk on Twitter, and he even has a little controller on his Twitter handle afterwards. So that's how do you do that? I don't know how to do that. So I'm not fancy like that. I haven't figured that one out yet. And then we have Steve Wheeler, who is Wheeler Steve 1 on Twitter, so he switches things up a bit. Someone had your Steve Wheeler, didn't they? I know how it goes. Trust me. I'm always like C Hadley or CP Hadley with a 1 after it. I always get burned on that stupid common name. And then who else do we have here? Finally heard back from, we've got Loren Howe. I hope I'm saying your last name right. And then also Ron Meyers. Ron, I know you have a Twitter handle because we tweet all the time. So I'm gonna sell you short if I don't shout that out. I'm just gonna go on my notifications because I know you're gonna be in there. You're definitely gonna be in there. Well, I tweet about TUCat a lot. You know that? I really do. Speaking of TUCat, we gotta go find him before we end the vlog. Ron, RJ Meyers 1962. There we go. So I think I've got everybody shouted out that is in that pledge range. Let me just be sure. You know what? I'm not feeling giving this month. I'm not going to limit it to just 5. Ben Maxwell, thank you too. Thank you to everybody. Thank you so much. It means a lot. So that being said, I've got the shout outs done. I keep seeing the camera in the background. I keep thinking it's TUCat. I keep thinking he's in here, but he's not. By the way, I'm also going to have your information in the description below, guys, patrons. So what else? I have my little, look at this. I've got my little A data drive, and then I've got, you know, the Samsung like suddenly seems big by comparison now. When you compare these, I'm going to be looking at the A data. A little bit thicker, maybe? Not even that. Small little guy, really small. The Samsung feels more substantial, and I think it's because of this rubber. It just makes it feel better, but this guy's so small. So I'm looking forward to, I'm going to be pitting this guy up against the Samsung, the A-Data SSD. Thing is, this is only 256? 250. It's funny, I keep thinking in like the old memory terms, 512, 256. This is 250 gigs. The Samsung is 500. That may affect the performance of this a little bit. It may affect it negatively. But it has a little door that pops open too, so it kind of keeps dust and stuff out of there. So I'm looking forward to giving this. This is going to be the next video, by the way, is trying out this bad boy. Feels durable, though. Definitely feels solid. I'm loving these little SSD, these USB 3 SSDs. These are great, especially when you have a laptop and you're doing editing. So I'm excited to see how this thing actually performs. My only beef is it came with USB-C to USB Type-A. Like, include the C to C cable at this point. Come on, you know what I mean? Like, if you're spending that much money because these things aren't cheap, throw in the little cable. It's only like that long. It does, you know, does it really cost that much more to include both? I'm just saying, I get it. Like, more people are gonna be using the old style, but come on, for us early adopters sticking our neck out there, throw us a cable. I had to buy one. All right, UPS is here. You know what he's delivering? Something really, really boring. A fan, an oscillating fan, because I've been borrowing my mom's oscillating fan because mine broke after so long. I think I went over this. Yes, the beeping. It's the beeping fan. So UPS is about to ring the doorbell to deliver my beeping fan. And this is going to be a good test to see if I get the notification on my Nest cam. See if it's actually going to tell me the UPS guy was here. Now there's just that like awkward waiting period. He's probably looking in the window at me. Talking, what is he doing? When I see that Amazon shipped the box and no box at all, it's just threw a sticker on it. Funny thing is this package shipped from, there it is. This package shipped from 3 miles down the street, if even that. But because they shipped it UPS ground, it went from there to Louisville, Kentucky and back up to Indianapolis again. Well, there you go, outside activity. Cool, let's go check it out. Oh, he's using my driveway to back up. Don't back into my car, UPS. He came really close to backing into my car. Well, that's a little concerning. Anyway, so excited to try this guy out. That's basically what I was saying. I'm liking these guys. But come on, throw in the cable. All right, let's go get the package. It's package time. Definitely seen better days. Again, that's what happens when it goes from 3 miles away to a like 200 and some mile round trip. Kind of silly. So anyway, this is the same thing I've already shown in my bedroom. There's a little display for the beeps. It's got this like blue wrap on it. But yeah, Honeywell, cheap fan. Look at this thing. This thing got the hell knocked out of it on the way over here. TUCatty! TUCatty! Come here, TUCatty. I was just coming to find you. How'd you know? How'd you know? There's something new. What are you gonna do about it? Shake your head? You not a fan? Are you a fan of the fan? Oh, making jokes! Say thank you to everybody that supports us, to you, Kitty. Thank you to everybody who watches. Thank you to the patrons. Thank you to all the people that subscribe. Thank you to everybody who views. Yes, we're being very thankful, aren't we, TUCat? TUCat is here, all is well, so I can end the vlog. So, that being said, thanks for being patient on this one. I know it took a little bit longer than usual. I learned my lesson. I need to check in on the camera footage a little more often to make sure everything's going well. Oh, up in the window. There he is. Can you see him? Can you see him on my block in TUCat? There he is. Yeah. TUCitty! I don't know why I get so excited about TUCat. I see him every day. But anyway, so thank you to everybody for supporting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient, like I said. And you know the drill. You know where to follow me. You know what to do. Click on that subscribe button. Give the video a like, please. The likes matter now? Do they? Is that a thing? I still haven't figured out this whole YouTube drama and algorithm stuff. I know that engagement's a thing now, so anyway, just do that, you know, whatever. It's the TUVlog. There's no rules in the TUVlog. And then, yeah, you probably know where to follow me by now. But if you don't, I'm Tech Uploaded on Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook. And then I'm techuploaded.com, and I'm techuploaded@gmail.com as well. So yeah, I'm Tech Uploaded all over, and I'm Tech Uploaded on Mario Run, Super Mario Run now. So I was waiting for my meeting to start today. I was there a half hour early. Well, Mario Run action. So just saying. I don't know what my friend code is. It's on my Facebook page. I posted my friend code thingy on my Facebook page if you're interested in doing that. So I think that is it. You know the drill. Don't be a stranger. Check back soon.